Good evening. You're reading a box that says mini shrimp pot pies. That's actually relevant to what I'll be talking about. Hi, this is Dr. Denise Dennis of Win With Webinars. And I'm going to turn this camera around in just a sec. And there we go. Sorry, I'm all up in your face. Alrighty. Hi, I'm Dr. Denise Dennis of Win With Webinars. And what I started off by showing you was this box right here. Mini shrimp pot pies. And I know you're like, what the heck does that have to do with webinars? My dear husband brought these home because he went to Sam's Club. And if you've ever been to Sam's Club or BJ's or Costco and you're walking up and down the aisles, there's always that woman there. I never had them before, but there's always those people there that are giving away free samples. So I sent my husband to the store by himself. He comes home with these. So let's talk about how your webinar, much like the shrimp pot pies, is a free taste test and why that's important. Again, I'm Dr. Denise Dennis of Win With Webinars, and I just find it hilarious that I can't send him to any of those stores by himself because he always, as he's walking around, will start tasting stuff, and then we absolutely have to have whatever the heck they were sampling that day. But it does help me. It does relate to what I wanted to share with you about webinars. That just like that, when you're having a webinar or thinking of doing a webinar for your business, that your webinar really needs to be customer centric. So think about what is your ideal target, your audience's needs or desires or problem that you can solve. So as people are wandering around Costco or whatever, the key thing that they're keying in on is the desire that people have. Because, I'm sure he was not thinking about any friggin' mini shrimp pot pies before he got to that aisle, and you start smelling it, and it's like, oh wow, I need that right now. And just that desire of something delicious to eat right in that moment. And when you're doing a webinar, you want to key into that exact same thing. So what is it for your ideal webinar audience? What is that thing that problem that they may have, that desire that they have, that need that they may have that you can fulfill? So if you're a life coach, maybe for you, your ideal client is someone who is they can't seem to find a direction for their life, or they're trying to find their life purpose, and that's that need, that desire, that want, that problem that they have that you can solve with your webinar or on your webinar. The other thing, or a second point I want to make, is that you want to make sure that you have a really clear niche when you have your webinar. So, and by niche, I just mean what's your area of expertise? What's your specialty? So again, going back to the shrimp pot pies, mini shrimp pot pies at BJ's, or wherever this was, Costco, wherever. If you are the person that's going to buy these is somebody who's going to want a quick snack, maybe something to have as a quick appetizer or something while you're watching some sports, but it's very targeted. So it's probably not going to be the person that's looking for dinner for the evening because they're too small, they're little bitty bite-sized things. And that's who that is targeting. So who are you going to target with your webinar? Who's your niche? So again, if you're a life coach, you're not necessarily trying to coach everybody, but you think about, if I say I am a life coach for recently divorced women, that's really narrowing it down. But then if I were a recently divorced woman, then I'm going to be like, oh, that person is speaking directly to me. I definitely want to hop on this webinar and see what she's talking about. And don't worry, just because he bought these, I'm not talking divorce. That was just an example. So you want to be specific and narrow down your niche as much as possible. The third thing is, think about the thing that caught my husband's attention, which was they were giving away free samples. It's a taste test. It's an opportunity to try before you buy and see if do you like this product? Same thing with webinars. When you're doing a webinar, what you are doing is letting people know that here is what I offer. Here is what I give. Here is what I can do for you. I'm not just going to tell you. I'm going to show you. Maybe we'll do some exercises on the webinar, make it really interactive, but you are giving the best of you during that time you're on the webinar. So the person says, oh, I got this little free sample and got all this great content and knowledge and action steps. Imagine how much better it'd be if I actually paid for a program with this person or paid for this person's product. So your webinar should be giving your best and showing the person a free sample of what it is that you can do for them or what it is that you have to offer them as a product or service. I think I covered everything I was going to say. But I do want to point out, stress that point that you should be giving your best. I mean, you're going to want to tailor what you're offering on the webinar and make sure that it's geared toward whatever that offer is you're making at the end, but I'll talk more about that on future Periscopes. But just in general, just like Sam's Club, BJ's, Costco, a webinar is a great way to showcase your products and services, specifically if you have something new that you want to launch out in the marketplace and reach a new audience. So I encourage you to do webinars. As I always say at Win With Webinars, what I do is I help entrepreneurs grow their reputation, list, and bank account through the power of webinars. And I'm going to keep talking webinars on future scopes, so I hope that you do follow me and share with your friends. All right, I'm Dr. Denise Dennis of Win With Webinars. I got to go put these back in the freezer before my husband sees, and I will talk to you all next time. Bye.